Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel, The Football Brotherhood. I'm joined by my brother Christian. Christian, game week 31 predictions. How are we, my
Yes,
friend?
bro. Yeah, I'm good, mate. Let's get into this one.
Sure thing.
Some interesting results as of late, in so
Yeah, let's get it. We're going to do the Carabao as well, so stick around for that. We got that last, so stick around. Obviously, my brother's a City fan, massive one on Sunday. We've just done a combined 11, so go and check that out and hit a like as well on that. So thank you. Right, let's get it. Game one. It's my guys tomorrow night, Friday night. I prefer Friday nights to Monday nights. Man United had an epic bounce back win against Villa. I really worried about the adversity and how that might impact the Carrick manager bounce. I feel so much better that obviously I didn't want to lose at Newcastle, but the fact we did, we bounced back, 3-1 win. They're a poor side though, Villa, to be fair. But look, United played well in that game in the second half. I was really pleased. And obviously Bruno Fernandes is continuing this tear towards the assist record, which is incredible. Christian, I'm going to go for a 2-0 win here. Bournemouth have been drawing a lot lately. They're struggling for goals now. I feel like they've reduced to... I feel like the Semenyo loss is impacting them massively now.
Catching up with them a little bit.
Yeah, I think they did okay in the first few games after January, and now looking at their results, they're struggling. I'm going to go clean sheet for Man United, 2-0 here.
Yeah, I think that's fair. They did pick up some crucial points after the Semenyo exit, which they did well, to be honest, because me and you kind of predicted there could be a drastic fall off and maybe some trouble ahead for them. So they did well, but look, United, really good win at the weekend. I actually missed it. I was on holiday, but yeah, I think Carrick's got it back on track. I reckon you're going to win it. I'm going to go 2-1 United.
2-1. I hear you. Okay, let's get it. Brighton are hosting Liverpool. I think this is the early on Saturday, so no doubt they'll be whinging about that because they played Champions League. I know that was a Klopp thing, wasn't it? He used to hate TNT and BT Sport, Klopp. Right. Okay, look, Liverpool are fifth. They are 2 points behind Villa now. Villa, man, it's not... You're going to be... Villa are going to miss out on everything here. Brentford are going to catch them for Europa League. Brighton have won a couple recently. They were doing terribly. They're up to 12th, mate. What are you saying for this one? I'm going to let you go first on this one.
Brighton, you just roll the dice and you see what side's going to come up. The fans don't know, the manager don't know, neither do the players. I'm going to go with Liverpool. They had a really good win last night, didn't they? So I think they're going to keep things going, but I don't think it'll be a blast out the water job. I've gone 2-1 heavy this week, which is what I'm sticking with in this one. 2-1 Liverpool.
You're going 2-1. I'm going to give Liverpool a clean sheet. Great win against Galatasaray, and look, some confidence to go with that. I'm going to go 2-0 again, so back-to-back away wins for me to kickstart this weekend. Right, Fulham, Burnley. I think I pick Fulham to win every single week because of how good they were at Old Trafford, and I don't think they've won since...
We've got them on form to win the fucking league,
I know.
You?
That might be a fun video to check our Fulham predictions at the end of the season, because I bet I've got them down for about 78 points.
And look, the goals, Alex, we've had them 3-0, 4-1, fuck me.
Just because our fucking shite made them look good. No, I'm joking. Look, it was a fun game at Old Trafford, but I did think they were good in that. And once again, I am backing a Fulham win here. Look, Burnley are... Mate, look, they're 19th. They could come bottom of the league, Burnley. So it's fell off. Shout out Wolves, though. I'm going to go 2-1 Fulham, Christian. I think Burnley will get a goal in this, so I'm going to go with your scoreline here. But yeah, 2-1 for me.
So we've completely switched up in this because I'm giving Fulham a clean sheet. No. I'm giving Fulham a clean sheet. I think Burnley, you're right, they have fell off. I can actually see the same as you. Okay. The way it's going, the trajectory, I can see Wolves maybe climbing that. Look, Burnley, they just look depleted. I think an easy 1-0 victory. I think Fulham will dominate them and push for a second, but won't get it.
We've aligned with 3 results here already, which is not like us. Okay. I don't know if we're going to align on this one. I'm not sure where you're going to go with this. Okay, I'm going to give you the floor. Christian, Everton are hosting Chelsea. Chelsea have just been bent over a barrel by PSG over a 7-day period. They've got Liam Rosenior sending out tactical notes when they need 4 goals in 6 minutes. 6 goals in 4 minutes they needed. He's writing notes to Alejandro Garnacho, who, by the way, I'm so glad you're getting
He can't fucking read, lad. What's he giving him for?
Well, yeah, I mean, look, he's going from... He's a cross between David Brent and Will Mackenzie, Liam Rosenior. Just an annoying little bastard. Disrespect the ball shit. Did you see that at the weekend? Huddling around the ball, and the ref stood on the...
Oh, yeah, sorry, I've seen it a few times.
He's just
very strange.
He's just irritating me. He just needs a briefcase. Shout out Will McKenzie. Right, Christian, go on, mate. You give me yours on this one.
He got a bumper sticker. No, look.
Honk if you.
I think... yeah.
Honk if you can't manage.
We know Garnacho will be beeping down the motorway, little bastard.
Yeah.
Look, I reckon 2-2. I'm going to go for with this because Everton. I mean, they are. Christian, Alex, would you align with me in this that they are the most difficult team to predict week in, week out what they are going to do?
I thought you were going to say difficult team to watch.
If you look at them, you're just like, well, they're never going to score with the team they've got out, and then they'll randomly like have a little bit of a throwback and score 3 or 2. So,
what I would say is they time their goals well. Like they score them when they need them. If they get 1, they win 1-0. If they get 3, they win 3-2. Christian, they're 5 points behind Chelsea, Everton.
Yeah, it's crazy that. And to be fair, at least they've done well in some games that we all thought they'd get blitzed in. Villa, Newcastle.
Yeah. So
look, I do think that I can see him picking up a point at home here. And Chelsea, Chelsea are very unpredictable themselves, but I think that big loss, mate, I think that's damaging and a bit of a reconsider where you're at, boys. So yeah, 2-2,
I agree,
bro.
Okay, I'm going to stick with the 2-1s. I know the flow in here. I'm going to go with a 2-1 Chelsea win here. Despite their terrible form, I think Will McKenzie's going to whip them into action. They're going to respect the ball. They're going to have all the tactics written on A4 sheets in the socks. Fuck Racine. That's the only thing I'll end on that. He's a bell end. Right, let's get it, Christian. Next one. We got Leeds United hosting Brentford. Brentford, oh, mate, they're on the verge of Europe and they draw to Wolves at home. I'm saying it like Wolves are the team we thought they were. But they did draw. They were 2-0 up. They drew 2-2, Christian. Brentford are 7th. They are 6 points off Villa, so in a very good position. 4 points off Liverpool and 3 points off Chelsea. So, look, a real good opportunity here for Brentford. It's Leeds away. As good as they've been, they're 15th now, 32 points. They're probably, I tell you what, Christine, they're only 3 points above West Ham. Leeds, they're not out of it yet. Where are you going with this?
Do you know what? I'm going to shock you with this, and especially with your introduction. I can sense you're going Brentford. I've gone Leeds. I've gone Leeds 2-1. I think a shock home win. Brentford, again, they're a tough one. You know, some weeks they look strong, and then other weeks they just capitulate a little bit. I think going to Leeds' stadium, I reckon they could get the job done here, and that's why I've gone 2-1.
I'm going with a 0-0. I got a 0-0 correct score in the last game week. It might have been Leeds as well. I can't remember.
It was Leeds, mate.
Yeah. Look, Brentford away. I don't know what I fancy here, so I'm going to go 0-0, play it safe. But look, mate, this is one of them, and all 3 results could come in here. Right.
I hear you.
Wow, derby. Newcastle versus Sunderland. Right. Big one. I believe Sunderland won the return fixture today early on in the season.
They did. Own goal, wasn't it?
Oh, Volti. Is it Voltimar at OG?
Voltimar.
Right, probably his last goal, that man. Right. Christian, wow, this is a big one. And speaking of teams that got bent over a barrel in Champions League, Newcastle were another one. Barcelona, just a message to Eddie Howe. Don't press Barcelona man-to-man all over the pitch with a high line. You will concede 7. They did concede 7. It was embarrassing tactics from Howe. Yeah. I'm really not liking what I'm seeing from him. In the Carabao, he went to City and gave you 3, made Reinders look like Yaya Toure. I'm really not liking what I've seen from Eddie Howe.
He seemed a bit natty.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think he's on the verge of being sacked, Christian.
Which is it's crazy, isn't it? Because, you know, when big jobs have come about, we've all been talking, could Howe have took the England job and things, or no, he'll stay with Newcastle. Now we're looking at this. I'm with you, mate. I think he's on thin ice. He showed a lot of naivety this year, specifically against my team, and I've been surprised. We ran through them way too easily. He learnt his lesson a little bit, and they made it a little bit harder for us to beat them in the league a couple of weeks later. But yeah, I've been a bit disappointed with Eddie Howe and Newcastle in general, to be fair. But in saying that, Sunderland did win the other fixture. I don't think Sunderland are going to do the double.
Right.
Not where Sunderland are currently at. And I think Newcastle, they will know how important this is to not let their nearest and dearest do the double over them in their backyard.
Yeah.
That is a damning. I tell you what, you're talking about Eddie on thin ice. That fucking will be thinnest of thin ice. So, yeah, I've gone 2-0 Newcastle.
I've gone 2-0 Newcastle as well. It's on my phone. I know you can't see it, but it is in there. Yes, I've gone 2-0.
Yeah.
I can't go any more than that with Newcastle, unfortunately. And look, the consistency issues they've got, they did get waxed badly. Tonali looked like he tweaked something against Barcelona. So
first half, they put in a show in, but again, naivety to think they could keep that up and go with that energy. Like you said, that man-to-man pressure, the space they were leaving for Pedri, asking him to pick them passes. Don't do that to him. It's like a young KDB. Fucking hell.
Like a training session, man. Barcelona were flocking through. It was like, who wants a brace tonight? Right, okay. A big one, though. Looking forward to that. I've not got the kickoff times here, but I'm going to try and catch that one, definitely. Okay, Villa, wow, Christ. I mean, look, Villa now are 3 points behind Man United. When Carrick came in, they were 11 points ahead of Man United. There has been a 14-point swing since Michael Carrick took over. They are, look... I don't think they're not going to get Champions League. I don't care how bad Chelsea are, or Liverpool for that matter. United now, I mean, we're in third. Mate, United's goal difference, we're 10 up on Villa now as well. They had a better goal difference when Carrick came in also, so it's been really catastrophic.
Where you've gone with this.
It's been catastrophic for Villa in the last 10 games since Carrick came in, ironically. Look, massive one for West Ham. I could see West Ham winning this. I'm not going to go there. I'm going to go with a 2-2, fun game. I think both teams are going to be quite shit in moments. I'm going to go 2-2, Christian. A big point for West Ham, though, if they do get it.
Okay, well, I did go there. I think West Ham will win 2-1.
Wow. Okay, shout out you.
I think, look, and shout out West Ham, to be fair.
Yes.
They took points and ended our title charge rudely. Rude awakening at the weekend. But, look, they've deserved it. I think they've really dug in these last few months, and I think they deserve to stay up, in my opinion. I think they will. And I think this 3 points will go a long way. So I'm backing a big performance from West Ham, even more shit for Villa. And I think, look, again, I mean, you're looking at Emery. Emery's going to be disappointed with this. Alex, you're talking about a 14-point swing. That is shocking. That is shocking. You know, Alex, we were on the verge of me and you were talking on the, on the back burner. We were like, should we do a Villa episode on a title charge? How much do they need? Do they need a number 9 to really hammer this home, try and get a title over the line? They were in them conversations, let's not forget. Their fall-off has been horrendous, and there's conversations to be had there. But I can see it getting worse for them, mate, before it gets better.
What score did you say, sorry?
2-1 West Ham.
2-1. 2-1's it's the flavour of the week, but I do hear you.
This weekend.
Massive one for West Ham, because obviously Forest are playing Tottenham, who, spoiler alert, is coming up. So West Ham really... Look, one of them two, or both, is picking up at least a point this weekend because Forest are playing Spurs.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear you on this one. And here we go. Just right on cue, Tottenham Hotspur, who bounced back with an unbelievable week. They draw at Anfield. They deserved that point, and they also beat Atletico Madrid last night. Whether Atletico were going through the motions or not, a win's a win.
I thought it was Bale, Son and Kane up front at one moment, Alex. It was free-flowing.
Yeah, man. It was, I mean, that move when Tell at the back post had a one-on-one, he could have, if he'd have squared that, that's one of the best goals I've seen this season. Spurs fans were passing out in the bleachers, man. Right. Look, it's 16th versus 17th. The Spurs, that point they got, put them a point ahead of Forest and West Ham. They're on 30, them two are on 29. This is very, very close, because if West Ham do as you said, well, one of these two is guaranteed to be in the bottom 3 this weekend if West Ham win.
A draw puts them both in the shit.
A draw puts them both below West Ham. West Ham could go to 16th this weekend if it's a draw. Right, okay, well, I mean, where are you going with this? Tottenham, look, they have got players back. I noticed some of them names, Bentancur, Udogie, Romero, Van der Ven, Bergval. These guys all played against Atletico or was said they were available for the weekend. So I am going with a Tottenham home win, 3-2 in an absolute nail biter, and I think this could be the game of the weekend, honestly, for multiple reasons.
Okay, I hear you. I've gone close to you. I've gone 3-1 Spurs home.
Wow,
win.
they're fucking good, aren't they?
In the back, mate. I've been. I was very impressed yesterday.
Yeah.
I think talk about a result coming when you need it. Look, I know they went out of the Champions League. We all knew it was going to be too.
The win was important, though.
But mate, you saw the end of that game. By the way, Tudor is a very weird dude, isn't he? Like, his energy. I mean, he just walked straight down the tunnel. I was thinking after that game, soak that up a little bit.
Yeah.
The crowd are going to give you your flowers after this.
I heard the crowd singing.
They wanted a bit of fight. Yeah, exactly. They wanted a bit of fight. They wanted a bit of ability on show. And to be fair, it was all there. I thought Xavi Simons, I've been a big critic of his, and I think he looks weak sometimes.
Yeah.
Most of the time, to be fair, all year. I think he was at it yesterday, gliding past players, dropping a shoulder. They've got somewhere to work with Tottenham, and I do back them to take all 3 points. And they've really got a foundation to now build on and get themselves out this shithole that they're currently in. But I tell you one thing, Alex, I ain't all about that manager of theirs. I think they need to fucking bin this dude off. He's a strange character.
Yeah, I hear you on Tudor. Yeah, I totally agree. I think Xavi Simons, he still gets bullied a lot for me, but fair play. He's taking it on the half turn and he's having a go, and he got a brilliant goal last night. Obviously stuck the pen away, brilliant pen. So shout out him and shout out the fight from them. It's about time. They've got to show it, otherwise they're going to go down. That's the facts of the situation. If Spurs do lose this weekend, I really do think that's it for them. I think they're going to go. So massive one for Tottenham, and look, this is a great opportunity. So yeah, okay, let's go on to the final game of the weekend. It isn't a Prem game. We all know what we're talking about.
The bonus round.
So me and my brother, obviously, we have a point system. Correct scores is 5 points. Correct result is 3 points. We're going to double it for the big one here. So yeah, this is big. Obviously, we've just done a combined 11. I think it was quite balanced, actually. Although we didn't actually count them up. Probably a bad thing. We should have counted up at the end. It was probably 6-5 to maybe Arsenal, I think. Obviously, heavy in their defence. Right. Okay. I'll go first. My prediction for this game is a 1-1 draw after 90 minutes. A 1-1 draw is going to continue to the end of extra time, and Manchester City will win on penalties. That's my prediction. So 1-1, City win on pens is my prediction.
Mate.
I think you don't want that, although you would win it. But look, I think it's going to be tight. I think that both teams will score, so hence the 1-1. And yeah, I can see. I think of all my finals, I think a penalty shootout. This is the one.
You're not going to believe me on this, and neither's anybody watching if they've got to this point in the video. I had 1-1, and I had the same thought process. I thought we could get it to penalties, and Donnarumma would eat him up. Seriously.
That's
what I've got wrote down on my notes page. I've got Arsenal, Man City 1-1.
Yeah. No,
look, we wanted to do that. We wanted to do this as a bonus round. It'll make it a bit fucking boring if we both go with 1-1. Look, I'm gonna have to stick my neck on the line here, and I'm gonna go with Manchester City
4-0
winning this in normal time. I didn't want to do this, but you've driven me to this. I need to claw some points back. My final answer is going to be Manchester City 2, Arsenal 1 normal time.
Yeah, a lot interesting, isn't it? I think most people might be thinking extra time and pens, and me and you certainly were. And look, I think it's going to be quite a fun game. Look, Arsenal are not going to be great to watch here, but I do think it's going to be intriguing. I don't think you're going to be able to take your eyes off it. I don't think it's going to be Barca 2011 standard, but I do think it's going to be very, very interesting to watch how both teams try and win this game. I cannot wait for this. The implications, I said it to you on the Combined 11 episode. Please go and check that out. I think it's the biggest Carabao Cup final I can remember in my lifetime, purely because of the implications with the league and also the psychological. Look, let's just say it. If Arsenal tick this box, that's 1 down, 3 to go, dare we say it. And this is a team that's not won anything for 6 years, 7 years. So it's massive on so many levels. I think it's the biggest Carabao Cup final in the history of the Carling Cup. That's serious.
I do, Alex. I think, look, I mentioned this on the other video, so anyone wants to watch a full kind of, prediction of that, if you would, and what we think of both teams and where this game could head, go and check that one out. But yeah, it is massively important. City need to counterpunch here. They're going to take what we see as our Prem. We won it 4 times in a row. For me, that's our Prem title. And yeah, they are going to take it, which is the rough reality. We've got to land a bit of a counterpunch here. Yeah. You can't walk around in this game, let them spank you on the arse, and then go and win a Prem title after it. I think you've got a counterpunch. You've got to take it to him here. I'm with you, Alex. I'm really interested in how Pep will set up. Well, I say interested. I'm also a bit
concerned.
Terrified. Yeah, it's like, on the emojis when you've got like the concerned smiley. It would probably be reminiscent of that.
And starting right wing for Manchester City, Savinho.
Mate, I tell you what, I'll unscrew a bottle of vodka. I'll just be like.
No, look, I completely hear you. I can't wait for this. I just want to say something as well with the quad chat. Okay, the Champions League is going to be incredibly difficult. They've never won it in their lifetime, right? Manchester City have only won it once under Pep in 10 years. Sir Alex Ferguson won it twice in 27 years. This is not something you can go, Arsenal will win that. But what I will say is, Christian, we think they're going to win the Prem now. If they win the Carabao, that's 2 out of 4 we think is almost penciled in. Yeah. You might as well ink both of them in, to be honest, if they win on Sunday. FA Cup, they've got Southampton to get to the semis, and you and Liverpool are going to take lumps out of each other in the quarters. Whoever comes out of that aren't going to be favoured to beat Arsenal again, and the pressure, if City do get past Liverpool, City are going to have to go to Wembley and take Arsenal out again, and it's like, okay, could this be a domestic treble? Minimum. If City can't do something in one of these 2 trophies, Christian. So forget the Champions League. I'm looking at these Carabao and the FA Cup. City's responsibility here could be to stop a domestic treble here.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, the way you're looking at it, the draws have been remarkably kind to them in every single competition, which you do need your bit of luck, but by God, have they had it. I mean, the Carabao draws, apart from Chelsea, were easy. FA Cup's been a joke. And the Champions League's a joke, to be fair. I mean, they're going to go without playing anyone till the semi-final. So, and you'll always have them throwback results where something mad could happen and you could end up with someone in the final that you deemed wouldn't get there. So, look, it's interesting. They're in a position that probably we've seen a few teams have these conversations. Liverpool a couple of times, specifically one in mind. We've had it once before, and it's important, isn't it? That first one over the line. Don't discount how important that is, Alex, because when Newcastle topped Liverpool and they felt that hurdle, suddenly it was like, oh, shit. Then it's all going wrong. And I know they got the Prem over the line, but it's easy to fall at that one and it sort of crumble. So it's going to be a big one, and especially with it being City and Arsenal, Pep, Arteta, I think bring it on. But, yeah, it would concern me if they get that one over the line. Looking at the favourable draws they've got, it's a bit mind-blowing.
Hey, I can't wait for this one. Some great games this weekend in it. We've got Spurs Forest relegation battle, United Bournemouth on a Friday night. I'm going out for a few beers with a friend from work, and we've got the North East derby. Is that what it's? Tyneside derby, whatever it's called. Sorry, Ryan can let me know in the comments. Our mate who's a Newcastle fan. Right, okay. Christian, thank you for joining us. Let us know what you all think with the predictions below, and particularly the one above the Carabao final. Okay, thank you, Christian. Good luck for Sunday, my friend. I'll see you there.